Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are here, hopefully, be able to end the A block. As we assume the heat is causing us a bit of technical issues.
Yes, this is a very, very warm day, to say the least. Wondering how it'll affect our athletes this evening.
As we start off with two men that cannot win it. Both down at 4 points.
Sami Zayn, unfortunately, too late to get a very high position. Of note, the loser of this match could potentially be the overall loser of the A block.
Yeah, it is very possible.
Both men are tied with Shelton Benjamin at 4. Benjamin will be competing later on tonight. It's all to play for.
KENTA having a very mixed bag of a run, even after bringing in the Guard Brothers. Sorry, just bringing in Luke Gallows according to the lower third.
Yeah, there's just this random void of a person on the right. Don't know who that is. Oh wait, it's Carl Anderson.
Yeah, Carl Anderson has paid some dividends for KENTA. Actually, I think Carl Anderson has done more than Luke Gallows, ironically.
Yep, yeah. Gallows gets the credit, I guess. That's how much of a good brother Anderson is.
It's the big LG, take the credit. Start with a series of forearms. Splash avoided.
Sami coming straight out of the gate, swinging.
Yeah, and we hear the Olay chants. Crowd firmly behind Sami here, it seems.
Well, you know, as I said, Sami Zayn is one of the orphans from El Generico's orphanage. You know, paying dividends to his mentor.
Snap suplex from Sami.
Snap suplex does connect. Slamming Kenta's arm on the floor there.
It's the Bully Holden. Looking to crank the neck, wear down KENTA.
Sami looking to maintain control.
KENTA now shifting momentum into his favor. A series of boots.
And just maintaining some control. Sami's still breaking it up.
Sami looking to take control again.
Oh,
Just neck first into the turnbuckle pad.
oh, impact shoulders and your neck.
Thank God for the padding. Single leg dropkick avoided. Double knees to the spine of Sami.
And Kenta's to the outside.
We do have a quick 20 count out here.
And
Fisherman driver. Clothesline. Clothesline. Sweeps the leg. Kenta's feeling it. Small package.
Looks like Gallows is taking a step back as well. That's having faith in Kenta's performance in this match.
Sami playing smart there. Went for the small package.
No pinfall.
Still only just about getting a 1.
Box in a chin lock.
It's again gonna crank at the neck of Kenta. Need Kenta carry some of his weight.
Kind of wear out Kenta, I'd imagine. Kenta's getting straight to his feet.
Blue Thunder Bomb.
Close to the ropes, just a little off.
Only a 2 count.
Going at sends Kenta to the outside. We've seen him do his technique before.
Yeah, lining it up. Tornado DDT through the turnbuckles. The crowd seems to really love that move. So now looking to use the ropes.
Dirty Pin actually won a match.
Dirty Pin actually won a match.
Holy hell. He finally got there.
It wasn't super ineffective like almost every other Dirty Pin.
Yes, I mean, showing the correct application of a Dirty Pin.
Yeah, Sami Zayn showing everyone else how to do it, apparently.
I mean, he is Sami Zayn, one of the smartest men on the roster.
Gets the high stack. That's the whole point of putting your legs on the ropes, is to get that more increased leverage. It's all about what you do with that leverage, though. It's putting that increased weight, that increased distribution in the right places.
Yeah, and Sami just masterfully nailing it there. Congratulations there to Sami Zayn picking up a victory tonight.
Move to the women's division. We move up the points ladder in people at the same level of points but cannot win it. Now it's 6 points apiece.
Absolutely, both these women unable to qualify. Not the lowest point-wise, but still relatively low.
Yeah, still not good enough. But solid showing. 6 points is what in a 9 rounds is at least a 3% success rate.
Absolutely, still not a terrible win rate, to be fair.
I definitely think you could do worse than 1 in 3.
Well, I mean, hasn't Bianca Belair proven that?
Very, very much so. Bianca Belair is the current lowest scorer out of everyone in the tournament, men and women.
You know, I remember the NXT call-ups of Absolution and the Riott Squad. Those were times.
Yeah, everyone was saying they were pretty much the same faction, but slightly different, but not different enough to where you couldn't go. Those are the same people. Or at least those are the same gimmicks. Yes. Arguably the two powerhouses of those groups. Although, I think a lot more people compared Deville and Sarah Logan.
Yeah, they kind of filled the same quota. I think Ruby was compared more with Paige, the leader.
Yeah, but...
That makes Mandy Rose and Liv Morgan a very strange comparison.
Well, it's just... Mandy Rose and Liv Morgan are just the blondes. That's...
I'm still going to refer to that as a very strange comparison.
As far as wrestling goes, yeah, kinda.
I would say absolutely. Was there not a single better way of comparing them?
Well, they weren't both the pretty one, that's for sure.
Wait, who the fuck was the pretty one? Oh yeah, Paige. That is that question.
I was half expecting you to say Trigon again, honestly.
No, Trigon is the gorgeous one, not the pretty one. Difference.
That joke has one too many layers to it, I think. STO there. And then just choking Deville. It's Ruby. Careful not to get disqualified and stuff like that. Referee's discretion and all that.
With these competitors, very proficient people with their kicks.
Yeah, two very proficient strikers.
Might give Ruby the advantage in terms of grappling, though. Ruby tried to diverse her moveset when she came to the main roster.
It would give Ruby the grappling edge. I would give Sonya the edge in submission game. At MMA background.
Well, higher and desire, ladies and gentlemen. This is where physics breaks. I'm calling it.
This is often where physics falls apart.
Physics, yeah. Cool. I'm psychic.
Roll
I love
up.
being psychic.
Roll up reversed. And again. Oh, schoolboy cover. Looks like Fire and Desire's making a return.
Poison Rana on the head.
Yeah, short spike Rana there. A low angle. Sonya flipping out of it.
Yeah,
One too many Saito suplex, but people do not have it scouted by this point.
Yeah, you gotta give Sonya credit for that cat-like agility landing on her feet.
Flatliner, jawbreaker. Triangle locked in. As the arm passed, doesn't quite have the chin passed.
Right to the side of the head there.
Yeah, just again, we've said how these two are proficient strikers. I'm not surprised that that's how that hold got broken up. What's Ruby thinking here? Apron DDT. Point of the head on the second hardest part of the ring. Another deadly nightshade. And Ruby looking to learn from what Sami did.
Unsuccessful application.
Still better than a lot of applications we've had of it, though. That's that kick to the midsection. We've seen Sonya win with that. It's not enough here. Okay, yeah, that kickboxing style, just short kick to the gut. It's taken out a few people. It is definitely responsible for at least one of her win, if not two.
Sonya picking up. Beautiful amateur takedown by Sonya Deville.
Jack Beth from Ruby. Sets us back to neutral. Sonya getting the advantage again with a hip toss. Third deadly nightshade. And now a knee to the head. Yeah, and with the DDT as well, I think it's fair to say Ruby has had a square target placed upon Sonya's skull. And now this as well.
Just trying to knock 10 shades out of Sonya Deville there.
This has been an unrelenting assault on the skull of Sonya Deville.
Yeah, you gotta give points for efficiency. It's low energy consumption but maximum damage.
Ruby might be going for the knockout and with all these skull shots.
Can you blame her? What sort of momentum would that cause?
Brings up the arm. Gets the Riott kick.
Drag Sonya over. 2. Lights out for Sonya.
I think we're right. It took us a while to notice it, but that was just a targeted assault to the skull of Sonya Deville.
Yeah, no, I think Ruby started to realize that she needs to focus on one aspect of her entire style and just go at it relentlessly, and strikes to the head, while not the most thought about situation, it's how she just went about it and it worked.
Yeah, DDT on the apron, bouncing it off the turnbuckle. We saw the kick to the head in the corner, and 3 deadly nightshades and a Riott kick. It's enough to keep Sonya away. Yeah, points tying without being able to win goes up even higher now. There's a round with a couple people at 8.
I don't think people thought Asuka would be not in the top 3 at least, but it's funny how things play out.
Yeah, I think a lot of people expected Asuka to be doing a lot better than she is. Did not have a good start to the tournament. Took a few rounds to get her momentum under her. Might have been a few rounds too late, too long. It is a few rounds too late, too long. It's that early, not being able to get that momentum early, that early kill of momentum with the loss to Naomi.
Yeah, by physics.
Yes, by physics and Carmella and a roll-up.
The Iconics are still missed.
Yes, they be reuniting over a different name, and we look forward to seeing where they show up. But for now, for here, they are still Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, and they are still the Iconics.
Still one of the best women's tag teams in the world. Sue me. But can we name any others on commentary right now that aren't just put together? Just to clarify.
Not many, no. Sky
I
Pirates comes to mind.
Yeah, I had to do that to make sure you didn't just go, well, you know, WWE's planning Aaliyah and Dana Brooke.
So
Yeah, spoilers to that as well.
So even worse than the Robert Stone brand? Or is this still the Robert Stone brand? Is Dana Brooke joining the Robert Stone brand? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, well, I mean, the rumor is they're swapping Aaliyah and Dana Brooke is joining Rob Stone, I guess. Because apparently Aaliyah impressed during a non-televised match.
I mean, she is an impressive athlete when, she's not just being a jobber, and she has
Do
been.
you remember her god-awful promo?
I said athlete. I said nothing about her ability to talk.
Oh, I know. I was just asking, do you remember her god-awful promo?
Which one?
The one she did during there was that YouTube series that showed NXT, right? Well, at least there's some preview clips of the show, and one of them is Aaliyah, and she's like, he's asked, "Why should we not message?" She goes, "Cause I'm Aaliyah." It's like, oh, for God's sake.
That's not saying nothing to her ability to speak.
Yes, for the love of God, let's not.
No, yeah, Sky Pirates, a lot of Joshi, tag teams probably.
Yeah, plenty of Joshi's probably in Tokyo. Joshi Pro Wrestling.
It always felt weird that Kyrie was brought up just as EO was sort of getting big, and so you didn't really have Sky Pirates being able to do stuff properly.
I imagine I'm missing a few tag teams from Shimmer.
Yeah, probably.
Just been reminded of the Boston Hood connection. I'm like, does that even count? Does that actually count?
I mean, I wouldn't.
I mean, okay, we can count the Bellas and the Blossom twins. Not that anyone remembers the Blossom twins. I dare someone to leave a comment if you remember the Blossom twins and their TNA debut. Go nuts. Do you even remember them?
I've never heard of them.
Oh, God, TNA Boot Camp UK.
That would be why.
Yep. Same time as Marty Skrull and Drake Maverick.
Spud.
Yeah, everyone wanted Spud to win, and Spud did win, because he's fucking Spud. What respect.
Backslide bomb.
Absolutely beautiful use of momentum there.
Pop the hips, pop the shoulders.
The way does not count as a tag team, that's a faction.
I mean, there is tag teams within the way.
It's still a faction, though. Let's be real. I've got the team of Tasha Steelz and Kyrie Hogan. Oh, sorry, Kiera Hogan. Of course, I forgot. Team I don't care about.
Power bomb. Transition fireman's carry.
Yeah, not sure what she was going to go for.
Asuka able to fight out.
Don't think we're going to find out what they were going for either.
Probably not. Vertical suplex.
Asuka's trying to regain momentum. Asuka is familiar with her opponent. She has beaten Billie Kay as part of her monstrous win streak on the NXT roster.
Bomaye connects. As usual, shout out to Taguchi. Only a 2 count. And another instance of a manager throwing a chair in the ring.
Apparently, chair is very popular to throw in the ring. People love them.
Third DDT. I think it's a 1 count.
Oh yeah, Killer Death Machines. Yeah, I forgot 2 tag teams. The Killer Death Machines aren't a team anymore. So, take that with a grain of salt.
Again, really able to avoid the hip attack in the corner. Asuka's ass has hit the turnbuckle twice now.
Dragon Asuka out. Neck breaker. Count at a height with the ropes.
Yeah, elevated neck break. Only getting a 1 still.
Now you gotta be thinking if you're Billie Kay, how do I put Asuka down?
Yeah, and every time you ask, you're only getting a 1.
Yeah, like, what is it that they have to do here?
High angle STF now from Asuka. Really wrenching on the spine. Kay able to break the fingers, make the grasp. That's a cross arm breaker. Luckily for Kay,
Doesn't
landing in
lock
the
it.
ropes.
Yeah, it doesn't lock it in. It uses the weight as a slam. Almost.
Yeah, that's the thing with that way of a cross arm breaker. If you can't, even if you can't get the hold on, you've still got that slam. Still pulling the shoulder, you're still slamming the back.
Absolutely, it is these little things that add up.
Was that the big boot?
I think it was a big boot. In fact, it was definitely a big boot. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Billie Kay.
Yeah, it puts Billie Kay on the winning side of half of the wins, and keeps Asuka on the losing side of half of the wins. It's an odd number of wins that's available.
Yeah, imagine during the NXT days if this was the situation.
Yeah,
You can't, can you?
Yeah, just Billie Kay catching a boot and breaking the streak. That would have been something.
Yeah, that's completely out of left field.
And you got to think if that cross arm breaker wasn't in the ropes, that might have been it.
Absolutely, could have been. I wouldn't have put it past them. It's these little things that can affect a match. And they indeed have for the case of Asuka.
Well, now all those ties are broken. Let's start getting into some more nitty-gritty matches, eh?
Absolutely, and this one has a lot of legacy. In fact, this match might involve one of the most famous kicks to ever happen on Monday Night Raw. I would indeed go that far.
Stan isn't in this match.
No, but to be fair, we all know the super kick that came out of this match.
Shawn had didn't have the greatest start, but came, brought it back. Currently sitting at 10 points.
Yeah, he is, however, unable to win.
Yeah, but a win here will bring him up solidly in second.
I mean, that is correct, but second is just the first place loser.
As for his opponent, he's playing to not be last.
I mean, he'll never be last in our hearts after his match with Daniel Bryan.
Match with Daniel Bryan, the match with like, plenty of people that he has gone the distance and just not quite got there in the end. Shelton
Yeah,
Benjamin is like low key the MVP of the A block.
yeah. I mean, there is a reason Shelton Benjamin was referred to as one half of the world's greatest tag team.
There's a reason why he's considered the gold standard.
There's a reason why he is considered a workhorse amongst an entire division of workhorses.
And we are only 4 matches in, and I can already see this one going long. These are two men that
Abs-
can work out. These are two workhorses. These are two fantastic all rounders.
Absolutely. And here's the thing, these two have a legacy with one another. There is a history of competition between these two men. So they have to also have that in the back of their minds. Especially Shelton. I mean, you could imagine what a win against Shawn Michaels would do to Shelton Benjamin.
Trading arm holds at the moment. Drake sends off the ropes, catches the boot.
Yeah, Shelton looks absolutely giant against Shawn Michaels. Now we've seen that Benjamin actually has one of the better physiques.
Yeah, very, very close in height. Definitely the bigger bill goes to Shelton.
Absolutely. I think it's one of Shelton's most overlooked principles. You know, when you put him in the ring against someone like Batista, for example, back in Ruthless Aggression era, he's always going to look small, but now we're more focused on a light heavyweight to cruiserweight type of build. I think Shelton kind of comes off as the just monster physically that he always has been.
Again, we call him an all-rounder there. There's some athleticism. Following it up with some power. Double underhook gutbuster.
Beautiful technique there and drive the wind out of Michael's sails. Flipping him over.
Just back and forth between the agility, the athleticism, and the absolute power of Shelton.
Yeah, and it's, as I say, it's these little things that gain you these advantages. It's a little bit of not going to win out your sails back in later in the match, cause you to lose. Smart tactic.
Yeah, we have talked at length how Shelton is the jack of all trades in this tournament.
Yeah, Shelton is always a man to never overlook, and I feel as though that is the worst thing Michaels can do. It has been a habit of Michaels in the past, to at least some degree.
Full drop goal buster. We see this again catching the boots.
Home clutch backbreaker there.
Like drop to the arm.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt. Wait, who the Papa Shango?
Why is Papa Shango's music playing?
Why is Papa Shango involved in any way, shape, or form?
Saito suplex.
I guess we're just gonna overlook that. Okay, cool.
I mean,
Also,
I want to know more as much as you do.
That's just a baffling choice.
Yeah, Papa Shango's music playing.
What?
Photo of a suplex. Send Shawn to the outside.
This commentator is now officially confused.
When aren't you confused?
When there's a Koji clutch or a Saito suplex.
I don't believe you.
That sounds like a you problem.
There's that jumping flatliner, the pay dirt, goes for the cover.
Sheldon wins!
Yeah, in spite of possible Papa Shango shenanigans.
Why'd Papa Shango?
I don't know. I really don't. Was it just
I want to know.
Just the first music they had that could be used as a distraction, maybe? I don't know.
Are we getting a Papa Shango appearance at some point? Did I miss the memo?
I mean, I haven't heard anything about Papa Shango either. This is the first I've seen of him, so...
I guess we'll find out later in the future if we are getting Papa Shango. Don't hold your breath, though, folks. That's all I can say. It seems an unusual choice. Congratulations to Benjamin.
Well, you mentioned it earlier, but a lot of weight on Bianca Belair's shoulders.
Aha, I get it because she's a powerhouse.
Well, because she's the only person still only at 2 points in the entire tournament.
I mean, let's be real. We probably will be seeing the losers of A and B compete against each other, so I do hold hope that Belair will fight someone and win.
Well, at the moment, she's the ultimate loser. I'm gonna, like, by the sounds of it, they're just gonna do 4 points and just assume that whatever, Belair's lost unless Belair wins tonight.
Yeah. This is very different from the real world.
I also
again,
want
the
to
real world
remind
has hair physics.
last time we were here on the A block, Belair interfered on someone else's match so hard our feed died.
Yes.
She got escorted from the building last time she was here.
Yes. She now needs to apply that to this female. A person I had very high hopes for.
Yeah, another one of those ones we expected to do better, only getting 6 points.
Shayna was the forerunner.
And the end of the second week, Shayna was in the front.
It's looking nigh unstoppable.
Like, for a while it was her and Kai. Kai kept going and Shayna fell off.
And now Beth Phoenix is the leader. Baszler will definitely not want to lose to Belair.
Yeah, that would really piss off Shayna. It's bad enough that she's not got as many points as she would have liked, but to lose to the one woman that's been in the last place for the entire thing.
Yeah, that's not a good place to be. Match is underway, collar and elbow. Turns to a back gravel by Belair.
Even if Belair wins this, like, there is no one else in the A block women's at 4, and there are 2 of the women the A block in the B block that are at 4, and they could win. Like, it is still possible that Belair just automatically by default is the ultimate loser of the women's side.
Absolutely, you'd hate to see it, but it could be a reality. And what would that mean to Belair to be the ultimate loser?
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Belair tries to shove her way into the match that would be for the men's ultimate loser, just so she has a chance of not being that.
It is possible. You know, physically, Belair is one hell of a competitor.
Like, currently she'd be facing what? Kenta?
Yes.
Guaranteed, and then Alexa Bliss, Lacey Evans for the women's side on the B blocker at 4, and Andrade and Rusev are at 4 from the men's B side.
Over the arm there, stomping on the hand of Belair. Going for a pinfall. Only a one.
Into the midsection. Clothesline sends Bianca to the floor. Bianca straight up. Out missing a step. In. And the squat plex. I think the squat plex is just showing off. It's just taunting. No, it's forcing the blood to the skull of your opponent.
The body slam there by Belair. She showed the physical strength. Bloodbuster.
We've seen one targeted assault on the skull in the women's division tonight. We might be seeing a second.
Where can you blame Belair for trying to pick up strategies that have worked for others?
Butterfly. Facebuster. It's a camel clutch. But yeah, Shayna quite easily able to get to the ropes there.
Shayna regaining control. Sending Belair into the corner. Using that kickboxing legacy.
Using that kick to the leg to soften up to the leg to then put her in the tree of woe using that leg. Got wrench. Belair at the back. Backdrop. The KOD.
Yeah, hard slam there by Belair. Gonna look for a cover. Only a 2.
Shayna able to kick out from the kiss of death.
Razor wiggling her way out. Goes for a DDT. On Belair.
Sends Belair off the ropes. Spear. But it was countered.
Into a DDT.
Knee lift. Shayna stomping on the arm. We know Shayna's capacity for breaking limbs.
Weapons in the corner. Corner spear reversed to a DDT.
Both women having the spear scouted. Just pulling the arm. Gonna dislocate the joints.
Yeah, that's going to have a massive effect going forward. No question if Belair can survive the arm pain.
And again, we talk about it. You take away a limb like that, it doesn't just affect, it doesn't just hurt them, but it also takes away offense. Now armbar on the other arm. Just looking to take away the strength of Belair. She can't use her arms. She can't pick you up. She can't hit you with the swirly. She can't hit you with the kiss of death. She can't hit you with the gorilla press. All of her big moves are all power moves. And you need the strength in your arms to hit these. The midsection
Looking to keep control.
as the swirly.
Still a really stupid name.
It's a stupid move.
Can't deny that. Strike to the face of Belair there.
Knee avoided.
Swatting. Power slam.
Now that one is more of just taunting than the vertical suplex version. The squatting power slam feels more just like a taunt. Because you're doing a bit of damage to the stomach, but...
450 connects.
450, yeah, we don't see that too often out of Belair.
And it's enough.
Yeah, Belair pulling out deeper from her playbook, and it paid off.
I mean, she's now not the only person on 2 points.
Yeah, she can at least say that much.
The question is, can she potentially face somebody later on?
I'm sure she's gonna try and lobby for something in the final. Because for like pretty much every week for the past few weeks, she's been referred to as the ultimate loser. Like, Belair has something to fucking prove. Like, we can say that for certainty with the way she acted last week. Or in the last round. Like,
I think she's happy to win.
Yeah. Happy not to be stuck in 2 for the whole tournament. Yeah, she got those 2 points in the second round.
Could be too soon. Or was it too late, I should say. Only time will tell, however. Congratulations to Bianca Belair. On and only.
Well, we've got all of the people that can't win out the way. Now it's time to really get down to brass tacks.
Absolutely. What a set of brass tacks it is.
The current perfect tie in the men's side. 3 men, all have 1 win over one of the others. Something's got to give.
Absolutely does. And when you consider the competitors here tonight, especially the free tying, it's going to be one hell of a contest.
Ricochet currently sitting at 6 points, looking to play spoiler to the pact. We already know Alistair has a very good shot over in the B block. Hasn't quite won it yet, but he is holding strong.
Absolutely. Alistair Black currently at 12 points is being tailed, however, by 3 men. So still a chance. But right now,
all 3 of those men are at 10 points, though some of them, at least one of them, already has the tiebreaker over Alistair.
Indeed, Kevin Owens, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it was who did he fight last week? Because it was
He fought
Leo Rush. Yes, Leo Rush. Leo Rush already has the tiebreaker over him.
And as well, Kevin Owens does as well.
Yeah, so two of the men on his heels already have the tiebreaker, so there's a lot of pressure over in the B block. But we
Yeah,
bring up
that,
Alistair, not just because he's winning in the in the B block,
I
but
know,
because his
it wasn't Kevin, it was Bobby Roode.
yeah, not only because of his he winning the B block, but because his partner Drew is one of the 3 men currently tied for first place here in the A block. Again, Drew has a win over Shinsuke. Shinsuke has a win over Daniel Bryan. And Daniel Bryan has a win over Drew McIntyre. Something has got to give tonight.
Absolutely. Someone has to win. And it could be very, very close depending on who does win tonight. You gotta think McIntyre wants it. His motivation is literally by ringside.
That's 2 men that have never fought, looking to meet in the finals of this tournament for the first time ever.
Ricochet, Andrew McIntyre, I believe, very familiar with one another. Both were involved with the elimination of Brock Lesnar from the Royal Rumble, even.
Yeah, it was the low blow from Ricochet that set up Drew hitting the Claymore.
If we go back in the history, these two first fought in Evolve 33 back in 2014. Galloway had been released. Sorry, McIntyre had been released. And made a killing in the Evolve scene. 1-1 apiece. However, McIntyre did beat Ricochet for the England qualifying round of the WCPW World Cup.
Yes.
These men have faced each other since then a multitude of times.
Yeah, the WCW World Cup, the tournament won by Kushida.
Indeedy. Who, during his qualifying round, was also starlit by a match between Rampage Brown and Tomohiro Ishii. If I'm not mistaken.
It was one hell of a tournament. It was honestly a really good idea.
Yeah, it really, really was.
Like, of all the weird stuff WCPW tried to do, it was actually one of the most, like, I think it was one of the best of the ideas that they had.
I do wish someone would do another World Cup. I will be real.
Yeah. And for some weird reason, my phone keyboard still keeps trying to autocorrect with rest of the world. Because of me talking about the rest of the world bracket at one point.
Yeah, one of the most famous matches, I think, of these two men's career. Very infamous. WrestleCon 2017. 10-person tag versus each other. Ricochet teaming with AR Fox, Desmond Xavier, Jason Kidd, and Sami Callihan. Beating McIntyre, Leo Rush, Marty Scurll, Ryan Smile, and Will Ospreay.
Is that the one with the dance break?
It is the one with the dance break. It's very infamous dance break. And to be fair, one hell of a lineup. Like, say what you want about Ryan Smiles being the odd one out and Marty Scurll's modern history, but still an impressive lineup.
Double drop avoided.
Suplex.
Gotta say,
Germans.
Drew has a lot of pressure on him being the first one out. But Drew winning will also put a lot of pressure on the other two. So
yeah, it is a running effect, so to speak.
Springboard, tornado DDT from Ricochet.
Was it right on his head? Not a terrible tactic. We've seen a lot of people go for the head recently.
Yeah.
Apparently, everyone's been watching Infinity War.
It's up. Shay's such a quick wrestler. He can turn things on a dime so easily. Flatliner goes for the cover.
No, I think both of these men have a staggering ability. Just think, able to get back into a contest no matter what.
He might be getting the most electrifying move in all of pro wrestling. No, he stopped it. Oh no, he's going for it anyway. The people's moonsault.
Nailed it.
He faked us out so hard.
Yeah, there's something to be said about someone who could just stop and start on a dime. And Ricochet, as much as Galloway is exemplary of that, you have to hold Ricochet in another level.
Yeah, again, just the ability to do that sort of fake out, it's only doable because of how quickly he can change his momentum.
Absolutely, and it is these little things that can really get Ricochet back into a contest. You can never count him out.
Saw a Glasgow kiss, we saw a gut wrench powerbomb, and now Drew looks to hit the Claymore. Square.
Come on, Ricochet. It is enough.
And that now puts the pressure on the other two.
It's an unfortunate situation for Ricochet, but it is most definitely what it is.
Yes. Now, here's the thing. Depending on who else gets points, can completely shift this. If both of the other two people in the lead get points, the commission has said that they are going to start the finals with a tiebreaker. Which means, if that comes to the case, the winner of the A block is going to be going into a massive disadvantage of the finals, as they will be wrestling twice in the same night.
And you've got to question who will win given the matches in the tournament. Who would come out on top?
Comes down to a triple threat. It's very hard to say who would win it.
You can only see. Still one hell of a performance by Drew McIntyre, looking to secure his position at the top of the table.
Advantage currently to Drew McIntyre.
It is make or break time for Dakota Kai.
Yeah, it is do or die. It is put up or shut up. Kai loses, Beth wins. Flat out.
But if Kai wins, Beth then has to win.
Yeah, Kai wins.
Otherwise, we tie again.
No. As we've said, Beth already has the tiebreaker on Kai, and I will state, as it stands, that is Kai's only loss.
Yeah, his thing though. What happens if Beth and Kai win?
If Beth and
Kai,
if Beth and Kai win, Beth still has the tiebreaker. Beth wins. Kai has to win this, and Beth has to lose for Kai to win.
Yes. Oh dear God, no pressure.
So currently, all the pressure's on Dakota Kai to win. But when if and when Dakota Kai wins, then all the pressure is on Beth.
When? Hang on, hold the phone. When? Excuse me? When? Don't you dare undersell Zelina Vega.
Well, Zelina Vega's not had the greatest track record.
But look at who she's beaten. Bianca. Okay, first of all, let's discard Bianca Belair. That's fine.
Oh, what? Oh, she won.
She beat Shayna Baszler. We're gonna put that out real quick.
I'm not saying her beating Shayna Baszler isn't impressive.
And Asuka.
Asuka was in a rut.
Yes, but it's still impressive. That's still Asuka and Shayna Baszler. Regardless of ruts.
Do you know But you know who else have beaten those people and pretty much everyone else?
Beth Phoenix.
Beth Phoenix and Dakota Kai.
Hey, look, I'm just going to make my point known. I'm hoping Kai loses, okay?
I'm fully aware you're hoping Kai loses.
Chip, I put a lot of money on returning a Hall of Famer into the A block.
You put money on your picks? I didn't even put money on Shawn Michaels.
Why did you not put money on Shawn Michaels? I put money on Shinsuke. If my team wins, they're getting bonuses, my dude. I think my team don't betray each other.
Leaping clothesline from Zelina Vega.
I will gladly admit Dakota Kai is an underdog. I'll admit that.
Yeah, Dakota Kai wins the tournament an underdog, but again, he's practically undefeated. Fortunately, her only loss is to the one woman she's tied with.
I mean, yeah. I bet Phoenix's only loss is to Ruby Riott. That's a decision.
Well, more credit to Ruby Riott today, I guess. Zelina Vega flipping off, Kai.
I'm sorry. Was Zelina Vega just dumping a mud hole?
Yeah, Zelina Vega stomping a mud hole and walking it dry, apparently.
Apparently, the ACH Stone Cold Syndrome has affected Zelina Vega. I don't know how to respond to that.
The Stone Cold, as we call it.
Yeah.
Hopefully
yeah.
it doesn't become the common Stone Cold.
I mean, it could do. Could be the Pebble Cold. Zelina seemingly borrowing from nostalgia today.
Yeah, firing up after the tiaras.
Yeah, I think a lot of fans forget that Zelina Vega has wrestled for a long time. I think they go and they realize that Vega's only been with WWE for a short time. But Vega debuted back in 2010.
Big boot, sit out jawbreaker.
Kai, definitely the veteran by 3 years, but 10 years experience is nothing to be shy about.
Back elbow. Zelina gets the trip. Sends Kai to the corner. Hits the double knees.
Yeah, Kai's looking to maintain momentum.
Doesn't even get a 2 count off the double knees in the corner from the Zelina. Now looking for it. A slight variation of the hammerlock DDT. Hooks the hammerlock slightly different.
Yeah, you gotta just take what you can get.
It's only a 2. Zelina now going to the top.
Interestingly enough, these two competitors have never faced each other.
Guillotine left drop is avoided.
The only time they were in the ring together, I think, was Royal Rumble 2020. And I don't know if they even crossed paths that day.
Big chop from Dakota Kai. Zelina now. Cut off at the pass.
Motion up into the corner. Kai looking to set something up, I imagine.
We're looking to go around the world.
It's not a haluva kick, but it is a hell of a kick.
Yeah, it's a round the world kick. And just washing the boot afterwards.
What is going through the mind of Kai?
Only a 1 count.
But I think all that pressure is building up. That will to succeed.
She's going to hit it. Move that has won us so many matches in the tournament. The chiropractor.
Chiropractor too close to the ropes.
Yeah, I think you're right there.
I think that could cost Dakota Kai potentially.
Boot caught.
Looking to set something up. Couldn't get the kick in.
That's was going for it a second time. Bicycle kick avoided. Seen it. Sending Dakota to the outside, going to the top. Zelina thinking high risk.
Zelina is used to this. Comes from a lucha background.
Cross body
But he
avoided.
misses. That's gonna hurt. It's high risk for a reason.
I think Zelina is really happy there's a 20 count. Elbow drop.
Don't blame her. That's for damn son.
Got a guy into the cover.
Alright, picking up a head of steam.
Yeah, looking to build momentum. Gets set in the corner.
Might be looking for it again.
Going around the world.
To next.
Again, just cleaning the boot off afterwards.
Let's go that pin. Only a 2!
The 2 count around the world. Boot caught again. Zelina has it scouted. High angle STF.
Submission. It could be enough. Wrenching on the back.
It will break the grasp. Get herself free. Again catching the boot to the midsection.
Credit to Vega having all of these moves scouted. Without fail, nonetheless.
Catches Vega, throws her over, gets a kick to the midsection.
Another pin. Only a 2.
They're getting closer and closer.
Still not able to wrap it up.
Kenny Han getting close to the mat each time of asking. It's Kai thinking now. Crossbody caught!
Vega using her strength. Could be a disaster.
Dakota Kai was looking for a choke slam, got caught.
All of the credit to Vega keeping everything scouted properly. No ounce of give.
Side Russian leg sweep goes for the cover.
Only a 2. He's still not out.
So we reach the 9-minute mark.
He's got to be just concerned here. Imagine just not being able to take out Zelina Vega after all of this that you've put them through.
Elevated DDT. And I'll remind you, a tie does nothing for Kai, because the least... Well, I mean, if she does tie, then Beth definitely has to lose.
That was last minute.
If Kai can win and Beth ties, then Kai still has the point.
That was by far the most last minute it could have ever been a kick out.
Now it's Kai catching the boot.
Too close to the ropes again. This is the issue. They keep getting Vega too close to the ropes.
Close line to the back with Dakota Kai. As we go into the second half. Cover, feet on the ropes.
Vega already getting a 2.
Apparently Sami Zayn is the other one who's allowed to be successful.
Apparently so.
Kai
You
now.
have... How has
Sit out
Vega
Jawbreaker.
held on?
It's an impressive
That's the-
showing for both. Kai might be looking for it again.
It's put somebody away. Chiropractor. 2. It's enough.
Dakota Kai going 8-1 in the tournament. Unfortunately for her, and maybe fortunately, the pressure is now on that one. Beth Phoenix has to win.
Yeah, it is not the best position to be in when someone can just win and destroy all of your hard work, but it is the situation for Kai. She's just got to hold on and hope that she can maintain that lead.
If I was a Dakota Kai, though, I would not be disappointed having a 9-1 record in a tournament.
Absolutely not. It's a hell of a record.
8-1 record in the tournament.
It's a hell of a record. That we cannot mistake. Congratulations, Dakota Kai.
At least according to the points. I will say Shinsuke and Bryan have the harder fight.
I can't deny that based on the maps.
Because both Finn and Joe are both sitting at 8 points. Both of them had great performances, not quite enough to be in the top. But, could end their run tonight, not only at 10, but playing spoilers to one of the top 3.
It's not the best situation for Nakamura.
And Nakamura not only needs to win this, but also needs Daniel Bryan to win to stay in with a chance of winning. If they both win, then it comes down to the triple threat. If Shinsuke wins, well, Drew has already beaten him. So Drew has the tiebreaker. If Shinsuke loses and Daniel Bryan wins, then Daniel Bryan has the tiebreaker over Drew, so Daniel Bryan will win the tournament. Shinsuke needs both him and Bryan to win.
A very unorthodox situation where you need your opponent to win. But it is the situation. Shinsuke is close to being the man to top the A bracket. Just needs to survive.
Yeah, win keeps him in it. If not only slightly.
It's, again, not the best situation, but it is the situation.
This is the problem when we entered tonight with that triple draw. Like, whoever was going into the second match in the series kind of knew they were gonna, like, honestly, I assume the second person was really hoping the first person wasn't gonna win.
That's the nature of it. You never want to be in this awkward situation, but you've got to make the most of the situation.
quick with a drop kick to working the arm. Stick the kick from Shin. Finn pushing him off. Shin finding out the arm ringer.
There's a lot of history in this matchup.
Yeah, I imagine some of it even contested within G1.
I would imagine so. Both of these men are some of the only men to be two-time NXT champions. The only other person to do that is Samoa Joe. But even looking past that, these two men have fought each other since 2006. They've been involved with each other for close to 15 years. They've been a tag team. They've been rivals. They've been on the opposite side of 6-man tags and 4-man tags.
Yeah, we are looking at the originators of the Bullet Club and Chaos, respectively.
And it is, in fact, it was, in fact, the New Japan Cup 2014, in which these two men first faced off in singles competition, with Nakamura picking up the victory. Then again, in NXT, episode 201, Nakamura beat Bálor. Then again, SmackDown 2019, and again, Extreme Rules 2019. Bálor has always come up short in singles competition with Shinsuke Nakamura. But the pressure is on Bálor. Can he carve a victory where previously he has only known defeat?
Yeah, pressure on the Bálor as far as history, but pressure is on Shin in form of stakes. Shinsuke Nakamura, special inverted exploder suplex.
This guy dragging Bálor to the middle of the ring, hoping to have claimed it. Only a 2.
Looks to set it up.
Kinshasa connects. Most brutal knee in WWE. Only a 2.
And not enough to keep Finn down. Stomp the arm. Jawbreaker from Finn. Stagger's neck. Wrenching at the shoulder.
It's not a pretty technique, but it is most definitely efficient.
Boot caught.
Comes him around.
Sets him
Wow.
up.
It's not going to be pretty.
Shotgun dropkick.
Right into the turnbuckle.
Leave Shinsuke in the drop zone. Finn measuring. Coup de grace connects.
In for the pinfall. A hair away from winning.
Both men now kicking it out of the other's finisher. Wait, Finn's going for it again? 2 consecutive coup de grace.
And Bálor picks it up, eliminating Shinsuke Nakamura from the finals.
Impressive showing from both men. Both men taking the other's best. There's 2 coup de grace that called it in the end.
Yeah, it was. It's a sad moment for Shinsuke, that's for sure. We fought so hard to get to the finals, but alas, Shinsuke Nakamura is out of the tournament.
Impressive victory for Finn. Seeming to finally avenge so many losses. And as far as Shinsuke goes, what an awful timing to do so.
Absolutely. You have to feel for Bálor, though.
And this means
May
we
not be
are guaranteed a winner of the block.
Absolutely. Question is, which person will come out on top?
We often forget to mention that this is a drafted tournament, and in the women's side, the pressure is on yours. On the men's side, the pressure is on mine.
Correct.
It all comes down to these final matches.
Hypothetically, either one of us could win Group A. Just outright.
Yes, all the pressure here now on Beth Phoenix. She's been keeping up, she's been keeping pace with Dakota the whole tournament. And as I said, the one loss in Dakota's record could be the one loss that costs her the entire thing. But,
it's an interesting situation.
Yeah, Beth's opponent, surprisingly, no slouch. She was for 2 weeks that for two solid rounds. Naomi was in the conversation for the winning this bracket.
Wait, I am not acknowledging it. I don't care if it's facts. I'm not acknowledging this.
Yeah, for two whole weeks, Naomi was legitimately in conversation for being able to win the tournament.
You mean aside from the fact that she lost her second week?
Yes, though she's now no longer able to win it, she does still have the ability to become second. And I mean, not tied second either.
Third.
Right, third. I forgot that they were on 14, not 12.
About to say, you forgot that Beth's currently second.
No, I thought they were on 12, not 14.
Right, they're off. Yeah, Beth's on 14, Naomi's on 10.
So yeah, it would still be third, but like spiritually having the tiebreaker over the person that has more points than you. Yeah.
Question: did Naomi beat Kai? Did Naomi beat Kay? Please tell me at least Kay is taking a third place finish. If not, please. Because okay, so if Naomi doesn't win, Kay is third. Good. That is indeed the situation.
Again, if Naomi does win, not only does that put Naomi third, but it keeps Dakota in first.
No pressure.
A lot of pressure.
No pressure at all.
There's a lot of pressure here on Beth. There's going to be a lot of pressure on Daniel Bryan in the main event.
Not a single bit of pressure.
This is the final round. That's what it all comes down to.
I have my faith in Beth Phoenix.
Naomi has had some very interesting luck. am not putting anything past Naomi by this point. Barrage of kicks there.
Big boot, that's the face of Naomi.
Clothesline. Once again, working that arm.
Lot of pressure. See who will win this one.
Big clothesline.
My money is, of course, on Beth Phoenix.
I'm not surprised your money's on your pick.
It could be anyone's pick versus Naomi, and I would pick them. You know this. You could put Jillian Hall in the situation. I'd be alarmed, but you could. I'd still pick her.
The Fez press. Naomi. I will remind you, a tie is not good enough.
I know a tie is not good enough. I'm fully aware.
We haven't had a single tie, but it could still happen.
I'm aware.
It could be the second to last match, and we could finally get that first tie. Benadrylla from Naomi!
You know, these two have never competed before.
This doesn't surprise me.
They've only ever fought in the Royal Rumble.
I'm still surprised Naomi just did a Benadrylla, I'm going to be honest. Naomi just did a move Ricochet does.
Let me just double check if I put
moonsault.
Let's see.
2 count off the moonsault. And I'm going to be honest, it's not looking too good for you at the moment.
I have faith.
Kick to the midsection. Naomi's looking for the Feel the Glow.
No.
Beth.
Good counter. Good counter. Straight away.
Beth getting straight out of it.
I've said
before
no.
that the speed that someone gets out of a submission could just speak more to how scared they are of it. Wheelbarrow into the stunner. Naomi goes to the top. Hands behind the back, goes for the splash.
No, thank God. Thank bloody God.
But again, it's getting closer.
You know, these two have one thing in common. They both lost to Shayna Baszler in the Royal Rumble.
I mean, Shayna Baszler did go on a tear in that Rumble.
Yeah, pretty much. Baszler eliminated... I want to say it was the second most people.
It is the most people. I think it's tied with Bianca Belair.
It is, with 8. Team of 8, I forgot.
Wheelbarrow. Facebuster.
Into the thing that's been winning matches.
Into the submission. She has gotten wins from this.
Quite a lot of them. Come on, please.
Might also be...
No.
Yeah, too early doors. Naomi able to fight out of it.
That's the problem when you fight someone whose arms are like elastic.
Yeah. Naomi very flexible. Moves like that, not as effective to her as it would be to someone else.
I'm also pretty certain that, don't quote me, if we count all the Royal Rumbles for the women, technically Baszler has most eliminations.
It's tied
14.
It's tied for the most single of them.
No, because the year after, I meant in total.
In total, yeah, but like the record they have is for
it's tied. Both have 8, but overall, most eliminations in all Rumbles is Baszler with 12.
Something I haven't just there that isn't spoken about a lot, but slight reach advantage in the legs for Beth. And so her landed and Naomi's didn't.
Slam.
She's looking for it. Naomi shifts her weight.
Beth, don't let this happen to you. All that happened to you, especially that.
Short Hurricane Rana goes to the cover.
No, please. Please. No!
And Dakota Kai is your winner. Give the assist to Naomi.
I'm annoyed in so many ways.
Dakota Kai now officially your A Block Women's winner. Congratulations to Dakota Kai. Congratulations to Naomi.
I'm not.
Charisma. What the fuck is the word I'm trying to say?
You don't know. No, cut the presses. No. I refuse to acknowledge. I refuse to acknowledge this travesty.
Charismations, or however you're supposed to pronounce that, to Beth
It is
Phoenix.
commiserations.
Charismations to Dan as well, because might as well.
Oh, there goes my pen. I thrown it into the void. Oh dear. We're getting a new pen.
No, was unable to win it in the end, but still made a very big difference to the outcome, did Naomi. I think Samoa Joe is going to relish this one.
I think I'm going to relish this one.
Because Samoa Joe can't win, but God, you know Samoa Joe loves the idea of playing spoiler. Yes, as I said, in the last match, your pick had all the pressure on them to win.
Don't remind me. Don't remind me.
And now my pick has all the pressure on them to win.
And I won't remind you. I am a man of nobility.
Currently, Drew McIntyre, your winner of the A Block. Unless Daniel Bryan wins this match, as Daniel Bryan already has the tiebreaker over Drew.
He won't. I have faith in Joe.
Not only is Joe a tough opponent to go against, Drew, but has lost his last 2 rounds. Daniel Bryan has been at 12 points for the past three rounds.
Almost like we nearly just lost your audio. Is your mic okay there?
I think so.
Yeah, you went.
I will repeat what I said just in case. Yeah, Daniel Bryan has been at 12 points for 3 solid rounds.
Yeah, I think that bit did catch. Like, I can understand it, but it went. Essentially. That's probably the worst impression of that I could ever come up with, but I don't really have a thingy that, like, yeah.
So yeah, will Daniel Bryan end his run on a losing streak, or will he end it the winner of your A Block?
I mean, I know which result I want. I said it last time. Didn't happen. I'm not going to say it. Not going to fall for it.
Who had Samoa Joe, by the way, just as a...
Me, I believe.
Aside.
I can double check that in a minute. Because I'm the only one that made notes. You had Joe.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know we both wanted Joe.
We so should have recorded the draft. That would have been an interesting case of why were we so stupid.
Daniel Bryan get the best of that exchange, sliding out the back. Forearm blocked, running STO. Those stiff kicks of Joe.
I should have booked the Rock. I should have picked the Rock.
Really? Do you think the Rock would have saved you?
I mean, to be fair, he might have done a better job than Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels did very well.
The first loser is not a good position to be in. Just want to clarify that.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels at 10 points. Ending the tournament, I think, fairly strong. That is more than half of his round wins.
I mean, okay, you can point to that being the case, but still. The history of Daniel Bryan Samoa Joe is a tumultuous one that dates back to 2002, when both of them would lose along with Low-Key in a draw against Steve Corino.
Yeah, both been great technicians. As we see the flying goat. Both men great technicians. Both men, I believe, holding the Ring of Honor Pure Championship at some point. And dropkick avoided. Drop toe hold. Hangs Joe up against the ropes.
I'd like to point out that Jushin Liger Samoa Joe once beat Daniel Bryan on Low-Key. I also want to just point out that Kenta has beaten both of these men in a triple threat match.
None of these things surprise me.
Yeah, it does given the tournament standing.
I think it does really reflect how bad of a tournament Kenta has had.
Only a little.
Face bounced off the second hardest part of the ring.
Well,
Spinning back fist.
These men have been in 5-star competitions. The one I think I remember clearly was Best in the World 2006. Kenta and Marufuji defeated Daniel Bryan and Samoa Joe. But now that I think about it, I think Samoa Joe's had multiple 5-star matches. Yeah, in fact, he's had 3 matches. There was Joe vs. Kobashi in 2005.
Daniel Bryan aiming it up.
There was the triple threat between AJ Styles, Chris Daniels, and Samoa Joe.
The label
and
lock
Joe
locked in.
Come on, Joe, just reach for the ropes. For the love of God, just reach for the ropes. They are right there.
Joe able to break the grip. Do you know Joe knows a thing or two about crossfaces?
And Hercules moves. I'm going to be honest, I forgot the name of that. It's not Dakota.
Joe getting Daniel off the Fire's carry. Daniel fighting his way out with the elbows. Headlock. Snap suplex into the cover.
He was the rope, maybe?
Yeah, not even a 1. I don't think Kenny even bothered counting it. It probably was in the ropes.
Yeah, I mean, he just went down to check. But Joe's a big dude. Sometimes it's hard to check where someone's body is with their own mass.
Corner to corner.
Yeah,
Bryan
he's doing the flippy stuff.
That's the clothesline. Leaping clothesline of his own. Daniel Bryan's feeling it.
He's really feeling it. Thanks, Shulk.
Are you feeling it now, Samoa Joe?
Of course you went for SpongeBob. Art style feeling it now.
Standing Yoranagi.
One of Joe's most devastating techniques.
Plants Bryan down with authority, but it's not good enough.
And I think about it, it's also one of his most efficient techniques.
Yeah, it's...
Just pick someone up and slam them down.
Big chop, rattle, Daniel. Joe measuring for it. Kahina clutch locked in, gets the hooks in. Bryan
immediately knowing the way out, though.
Bryan quick to pull out the hooks. quick to pull the hands apart.
When you become so technically gifted, you know to avoid getting stuck in a submission.
Yeah, these men are fantastic technical wrestlers. Cover. Close, but no cigar.
Bryan. Yeah, 2 count on Bryan.
Bryan
I need
able
to
to
be
hold
ashamed
on.
at.
Double shin breaker.
Not pretty. Sufficient to think we could be
German
seeing a Chimera
suplex.
play.
Yeah. Dragon suplex.
And then to top it all off,
Straight jacket suplex with the bridge. The Chimera plex is won in multiple rounds.
and it's done it!
Things are looking good for the Pact. Drew McIntyre qualifies. And Aleister Black sits quite comfortably on the top. But your boy Lio Rush could be the spoiler for all that.
I have my fingers crossed. As much as I want to see Drew McIntyre versus Aleister Black, I also know that Drew McIntyre and Lio Rush is a hell of a contest.
Yeah, well, Lio Rush looking to beat Cesaro in our next round or next week. And Aleister Black looking to cement his victory over Adam Cole.
Bad place to be. Meanwhile, if we look to the women's block, we do see Sasha Banks and Liv Morgan be looking to gain ahead of steam. Liv will battle Natalya. Banks will battle Bliss.
And there's a lot of stakes going on there. And we'll point one more match out. We were saying about the losers bracket. Well, one less person's going to be in it as Andrade and Rusev square off. So will be one less person down in last place. But that is next week. Congratulations to Samoa Joe. Congratulations to Drew McIntyre. Congratulations to Dakota Kai for winning and qualifying respectively. Has been one hell of a tournament. It has been some nail-biting stuff. It has really come down to the wire. But we have our winners. We have our qualifiers to the finals. We will find out next week who they will face. But until then, this has been me, Alex Angels, joined as always by Mr. Radox, and we will see you next time. Ta-ra.
Take care.